Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the live stream. It has been a while. I think I did a live stream kind of out of the blue a couple months ago. And before that, the last one from this channel was probably a year ago when we hit 100K.
Wow,
And that was the
a year
last,
ago.
yeah. And that was literally the last
Wow,
time
that's right.
you were in. No. The last
We
video
did a
you were
video.
in was in December, literally days before our son was born. But yeah, so Grace has been out for a while. She's back. Happy to have her back.
Hello. Here
Joining.
I am.
Yes. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys saw, we put out a little feeler just to see how you guys would feel about doing a weekly live stream. And the response was overwhelming. It was great. And honestly, it is the reason why we're here. So glad you guys wanted to hang out with us, want to do this on a weekly basis. We're not exactly sure what these will look like every time, but it's going to be interesting. And our goal is to just, hang out with you guys and answer your questions and, come to you with updates as appropriate, as necessary. So, first of all, while we're here, if you're here, and if you're watching this, then you are, unless it's the replay, in which case, hello, hope you enjoy. Go ahead and give a shout out where you're coming from and any fragrance you might be currently wearing. Indiana Bones is wearing Udin at work. Udin is great. And that is a fantastic name. Indiana Bones. Fantastic. Aroma Fragrances. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. D. Da Vinci the Poet, good to see you.
So sweet.
Pun intended. What's up, Joel? Looking good, Mama Grace.
Aw.
Indeed.
Chicago.
Josh from Chicago. What's up?
How's the weather?
Yeah, I'm curious. This time of year, it seems like it's kind of
Very
not too hot, but you never know. It's up and down in the summer there. Rajat from Calgary. Awesome. Good to see you, New Jersey.
So cool.
Bonnie from Day 3. That's a good one.
We love that one.
That one's a great, tropical, kind of like coconutty vibe. Real nice.
Tommy's from Texas.
We got Tommy. Oh, Tammy.
Oh,
Tammy.
sorry,
Oh,
Tammy.
it's Tammy. Tammy. Good to see you. We haven't seen you in a while because we haven't been live in a while. Tammy's been around for a minute.
I'm sorry, I called you Tommy Tammy. It's my eyesight. It's a beautiful name.
We're a little far from the screen here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just see who's in here for a second. Then we'll jump into some questions. If you guys already have questions, go ahead and start dropping them in. Anything burning and very desirable for you, leave it in the comments. Let's see here. Raphael. Hey, as often as you can find. Yep, we'll do it as often as we can. We appreciate that. Boss 71 coming from Houston. I'm sure it is a little warm, a little toasty down there. Musk Therapy. I haven't spent a lot of time with that one, but it is one of the ones I actually have liked from Initio.
We got Switzerland in the house. That's cool.
Hello, Roland. Thanks for being here. I'm not sure what time it is, but maybe it's in the morning or something. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
I imagine they're about 9 hours ahead.
Yeah, that's probably sounds about right. We already got some clowns coming in here. That's great. Go ahead and send them on their way. Columbus, Ohio. Man, good to see you guys all here. This is fantastic.
Special to be together.
Bilbo Fraggins. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining us. Carved Oud, the only clone I own from the Shire. Yes. Carved Oud, yeah. Some people would say it is indeed a clone. All right. We got Australia's in the house. Glenn, thanks for being here. Roland is asking, Grace, which men's fragrances do you like for everyday situations? I mean, scents that are versatile and easy to wear, not just for romantic moments or elegant evening parties. Does anything come to mind?
Well, I asked Justin to wear one of my favorites yesterday, which is Beach Hut Man, which is I think it's very versatile. Yeah. It's really unique. He's talked about it a lot. It's wash.
It is. Yeah.
And
high recommendation.
It's I would say it's a little hard to describe. I'm going to let Justin describe it.
Yeah, it's kind of like green, soapy, mossy, woody. I find that when you spray it more than a couple times, it just kind of like opens up and it becomes this like kind of old school 1980s masculine soapy scent, but with a lot of backbone, lots of dry vetiver. There's a lot of mint in there. It's just a very green scent, but
a really unique
very I'd say distinct personality while still being pretty versatile. So that's a great choice.
That one. Another one I really love is Gambit from Mind Games.
Gambit is great as well.
It's also very accessible, very versatile. Yeah. I think it's an easy office to date night type of fragrance.
Yeah, definitely.
Also fairly, I would say this about Beach Hut. I'm like both of those I would say shine most of the year. They might have seasons where they're a little more appropriate than others, but fairly versatile.
Agreed.
Those are two off the top.
Well said. Love that. Let's see. I have one fragrance sitting in front of me here that I literally just sprayed like 15 minutes ago for the first time. And you haven't really smelled it yet. It's on my arm here.
Oh, interesting.
What do you think? Not a fan?
I don't know if I love it.
I can see how it might not suit your taste.
It's a little powdery for me.
Yeah, it doesn't come off as super powdery to me, but there is a lot of jasmine in there. But it doesn't come off to my nose as super floral.
Maybe it's a little pillowy.
Okay.
Maybe linen. I don't know if I dislike it. I just don't know if I love it.
Okay. This is from Lumari. This is their newest fragrance. I look so ridiculous behind this bottle. They call it Almac. I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's their newest release. They just sent it over in their new bottle design, which I think is awesome.
Really cool.
Huge upgrade. And I like it. I just filmed the first impressions, a little short that'll come out, I don't know, within the week. And it's this really, especially at first spray, you get a lot of citrus, a lot of orange, very juicy mandarin orange, minty, like a mojito vibe, but it does have a good bit of florals in the heart, and then it seems like it's really coming out to you. So yeah, just took a little introduction into this today. More to come as we get to know it. Definitely very summery, so I might be getting it a little late because we're coming out.
Question from Kareem.
Let's see. Kareem, what makes a fragrance feminine or masculine, and do you believe in all these marketing strategies? Oh, that's a little loaded. There's obviously, I don't think there's any right and wrong in this. There's a number of ways you can look at it and explain different sides. Like for one, I've heard people say things as ridiculous as like, does a jasmine flower have like breasts? It sounds ridiculous, but the answer is no. So people are like, well, why do people associate jasmine with a feminine smell? And I'm like, we just do. I don't know what to tell you. Like across the board, I think if you show a lot of people blindly the sense of certain ingredients, they will give you some kind of, I don't know, blind assessment of how they feel it smells and who it belongs to. And I don't know what you want to call that. Do we call it learned behavior? Do we call it like just association? Do we call it like something more naturally ingrained? I don't know. And obviously there's a lot of variability in that, but I don't know. It's a vibe. There's a certain vibe, and you're free to make your world look whatever way you want it to look. If you don't want to draw those boundaries, then there are no boundaries. Just like that. It is very easy. But there's nothing invalid with having those boundaries. As far as the marketing goes, I mean, companies have been doing that for decades and decades and decades, at least in the designer realm and the mainstream realm. You don't see a whole lot of that in niche fragrances all that much, or artisanal fragrances. And that's always been the case for them. But I just think it's different strokes. It's whatever makes sense for you. If you want to adhere to it and you feel like it helps you, it gives you direction, great. If you feel like it's limiting, then don't worry about it. And whoever is imposing it, doesn't matter. You get to choose what you do with it. So,
yeah, just to add, I think there's definitely historical and cultural context when it comes to perfume and why certain oils are associated with certain people. I think it probably dates back to, Egyptian times and before.
Yeah.
We don't obviously know necessarily all of that history, but I think it really just comes down to what you like, and what you want to wear, and what you feel like works with your personal vibe and your partner, whoever that is, if that's something that you want to, have stuff that you wear together or stuff that you complement, or there's so many ways to go about it. But a lot of the fragrances that we own happen to be more unisex, and that's sort of how they're marketed by the brands. And I think it's with the effort to widen the market and open it up and allow, masculine fragrances to have floral or vanilla or amber or other qualities that might be primarily associated with or historically associated with feminine fragrances. And also, vice versa. The alternate is true, to have like spiciness or woodiness or other aromatics that smell beautiful on women. So
I agree totally. And I think most important thing is to follow your nose, no matter if anyone says it smells feminine. If it doesn't smell feminine to you, then whatever, wear it. Anyway, great question.
That's a really great question.
Fantastic. Jared, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Your favorite of the last 2 jazz album collabs?
With Jeffrey Dean, or?
I assume that's what you're talking about, Jared, if you want to elaborate on that. But I assume you're talking about the albums that I have put out in the last few years. If that's what you're asking, then I would say easily the second is my favorite, just because it has all original music on it, and it's a little bit more of a evolution of that group because we had more time together. So that's what I would say, if that's what you're asking. What?
Someone asked if you and Ross are still friends.
Yes. The answer is yes. Nothing has changed between Ross and I. Okay. Let's see. Any other awesome questions coming in? Good to see you. Make sense with bottles and beer. Got Gambit last week. Hope you're enjoying that one.
I hope you like it. We really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I feel like it's one of your tops of the last 2 years. Honestly.
I've worn it a lot. It's topped the list for sure.
What fall fragrance?
What fall fragrance do I need this year if you had to choose one? Stay tuned. I just started editing a video I just filmed about fall fragrances to get on your radar for this year. So that will give you some great recommendations to consider. You should give them
a sneak peek.
I like the mystery though.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
No, it's fine. I wouldn't say this is like the best one from the video, but one that comes to mind.
It is. Don't worry. It's the best from the video. You're getting the cream of the girl.
I actually need to look at my list and see what did I put in this video. All right, let's see.
This is what you get in the live stream. You get the preview.
There it is. Okay. Definitely want to check out Chris Collins called Savant Manhattan Cherry.
Oh yeah, we love that one.
Great stuff. One of their newer releases. Again, stay tuned for the video if you want to learn more. It'll be out in a couple days, I'm sure, whenever I get it done. This is a great segue here. Wait, if there is a Z3, then wow, because 2 was supposed to be the last. Da Vinci, the poet. I'm not sure where you heard that number 2 was definitively the last one. But let me see what I missed here.
He said, I know, what did we miss?
Yeah, Jeffrey said super excited for Z3. So yeah, if you guys didn't already know this,
we got some
and I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't, but the cat is out of the bag on this. You haven't heard it from me yet, of course. I have not spoken a peep about it on this channel until today. We are officially announcing, yes, a Z 3.0 fragrance is incoming. We've been working on it all year, and even before that, before the top of this year. And it's been a big process for sure, probably the biggest process we've had thus far to get to where we ended up. And we're not going to tell you guys any real concrete details about it. All we'll say is that it is a continuation of the Soul series, but it's not necessarily a flanker. It is ultimately something new, but it is related. I don't know if you want to add anything or you feel like that's good.
I mean, I think that's great. Someone did say, let's see, it's not going to be called Third Soul.
It will not be called Third Soul. That's been asked for months and months now.
But I would say it is a blend of our energies, personalities, and
definitely
vibes.
That's a great way to put it.
And a great one to have on the radar for fall.
Yes, totally. The smell of little Justin and little Grace, by any chance, very powdery, right?
Yes, baby
nice.
Powder was the
pure baby powder, guys. It's liquefied baby powder. That's all it is. That's what we're dealing with.
We're so excited about it. I think you're excited about anything that you have been working on and creating behind the scenes, but
yeah,
I've had a lot more engagement with this one than the last two, I would say.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's definitely a product of both of our hearts.
Yes, it is. That's a great way to put it.
And George, of course.
2010 Second Soul You Mistake. Yeah, you got a good little collection there. Can we pre-order? You will be able to pre-order, but not yet. It's
not quite yet. Yeah, but honestly, these live streams, we want to continue to just build more relationship with you guys and let you know what's coming. So this is going to be a great way to get kind of insider info. So hop on.
Totally. Yeah. And we'll be just continuing to update you. And when it's ready, you will know. We're going to do a lot of flashy bells and whistles and things. And you'll know. We're going to do an official announcement when it's ready for pre-order, but just be ready, guys. It's coming. And one last thing I will say about it, at least in our opinion, it will be very fairly priced for what you get. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. That's inaccurate. Wait, which one?
That one.
This one?
No, the one below.
This one. Mm-hmm. What's a fragrance that you love and Grace doesn't like, and vice versa? There's a lot of fragrances I love that Grace does not like. I mean, we have hundreds of them. So
lot of hundreds that I don't like.
No. Yeah, we have hundreds in our collection, but there are plenty that I really enjoy that Grace does not. I mean, geez, it's not where to begin.
I like a lot.
Yeah,
I like a lot.
Can you think of one that I definitely like and have worn more than once that you're like, he's wearing this
one
again?
That I don't think you've worn it a lot, but there's one that you consistently made me smell on camera that you really wanted me to like. It's one of your favorites. It's from Incident Diplomatique. I think it's one of those.
That's the name of the fragrance. Oh. Yes. I was thinking of that one. Javoy. Incident Diplomatique.
I think I have kind of come around because I feel like the last time
I need to actually wear it around you. I haven't worn it in like a couple of years, probably. Yeah, so this fall's coming. It's great for fall.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a couple sprays when she's not looking, and we'll see how she feels about it. Blindly.
Are there any I wear that you don't like? I feel like any I wear mostly you like.
No. I don't. There's not really any fragrances in our collection that I don't like. There's some stuff that I don't really care for, but none of it is what she wears. So it is a one-way road in that regard. I'm the one who is swinging and missing over here, guys.
He's not. I just have particular taste.
Let's see. Will the entire family be in Chicago for the release, Jared? Once again, thank you for the super chat. You're too kind. We're figuring that out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts, so we'll let you know. We're not exactly sure yet. Will there be samples offered? Most likely. I can't say 100% yes, but we have done that in the past. We did that for the last one, so most likely, I think they'll be available.
This is a great question from David.
From David Gonsalves. What makes a fragrance preferable for the summer or fall? Does it have to do with temperature and how it interacts with fragrance? Yeah, again, different philosophies on this. Some people say wear whatever you want, whenever you want. And I say that's valid, but for me, I look at it in very practical terms. I don't wear a t-shirt in a blizzard. I don't wear a turtleneck sweater when it's 100 degrees. And I treat fragrance the same way. I feel like there is function that whoever created the product intends to, impart on whoever's going to wear it and use it. So we can just say, just to keep it simple, in general, if a fragrance feels like it is fresh, if it feels like it's clean, if it feels like it has a lot of citruses in it, if you want to actually look at the note breakdown and you see citruses, you see herbs, you see woods, that's most likely a fragrance for the warmer weather. And that's because, temperature does have something to do with it. When it heats up, those ingredients, they tend to blossom. They come to life. They really kind of open up and they don't necessarily, they definitely diffuse better because they're more volatile ingredients most of the time. So that they actually get a little bit stronger when there's heat applied, but then they disappear a little bit quicker. And fragrances like that are great for the summer because they don't get cloying. They don't get overwhelming and thick and dense and rich. On the other side, when you start seeing vanillas and woods, leathers, lots of spices, things like that, that's definitely more cooler weather stuff. Those ingredients can get a little bit much when there's too much heat applied, especially sweeter elements. They get sweeter with heat. So again, you can do whatever you want to do, but those are just some general rules of thumb as to why there is a divide between the two.
I mean, it kind of is the same as with food or with a palate where, richer, denser foods are more served more often in the winter, whereas often fresher, lighter foods are served in the summer. And it's the same idea with fragrances where those gourmands and, kind of thicker, denser fragrances would just be really overpowering in the heat.
Exactly.
For that same reason that it heats up a citrus, it does the same thing to those really heavier scents, but not necessarily in a great way.
Yeah. The same thing works with anyone who remotely enjoys beer. Summer beers are more lighter, more citrus forward,
crisp.
Yes, whereas your winter beers are darker. You have your stouts and things. Again, you see this divide among many different arenas. So there's something to it.
Yeah.
Definitely. But again, people will do what they do. If someone wants to wear Tuscan leather in the desert, good luck to all the animals that may be around you.
What in the world?
Hello, Ed Mark. Thanks for joining the live. Hoping for a few recs on an office fragrance, ideally something that sits close to skin, lasts 6 to 8 hours, but still interesting, not just clean and fresh. One that comes to mind, one that we both enjoy, is from Xerjoff, and that's Renaissance.
It's a great fragrance.
Renaissance is a great one for that. It is citrusy and minty, but there is this smooth ambery muskiness as it dries. So it does kind of evolve a bit on the skin. And because of its base notes, it hangs around a bit, even for being a fresh scent. And it definitely lasts. And I wouldn't say it is super strong, but it is noticeable. I mean, people are going to smell you, but you're not going to fill a room and it's going to hang in the air for hours and hours and make people feel sick. It's a great one. So Xerjoff Renaissance is one of many great recommendations.
It's That's a great
we
answer.
could make. Overture Man. I don't. It's great. I don't know what it's
Love
about.
that one.
Love it too. That's great. Let's see.
Embroxen.
What are you looking at?
William Miller. He's talking about his wife.
William Miller. My wife can't stand anything with Embroxen or anything like it. I hear bug spray every time, even from across the house. Dang. Wow. And it sounds like she's sniffing it out every time. Like the stuff that she doesn't like almost invariably has Embroxen in it, which is interesting. I'm curious what fragrances that you are spraying
that's a great question.
that she's not enjoying, because I mean, a lot of fragrances use Embroxen, but only certain types of ones really pump it and make it like a very large portion of the scent profile. So I would be curious what you're spraying that she is not enjoying. Let's see. Joel. Well, you guys, Ross, you said or do videos of the bottling you did. Again, totally. We would like to. If we can make that happen, we will make that happen. But we'll see. We're still trying to work out the logistics of traveling and meeting and finding the timing of all that. This one?
Yeah.
Sean Conley, what piques your interest in a more artisanal release? I picked up Melati Gaharu by Hunain. I have never heard of this brand, which has 20 different notes associated with jasmine, 14 ouds, black ambergris, Siberian musk. That sounds very intense.
Yeah, it does.
14 ouds?
Sounds like a layered.
What? I'm just like, what is the end result? That's wow. Well, I'm like, I'm already like smelling it. No. I'm sure it's great, but you said it's very indolic with all that jasmine. I'm sure it is. What piques my interest in a more artisanal release? I just recently discovered there's a brand based out of Bangkok called Maxim perfume. They're associated with Bortnikov, and they sent me 2 of their latest releases. Definitely an artisanal house from Thailand. They use all the real ouds and everything, expensive fragrances, high quality stuff. And they have a new release that they did called Bestia Sacra, I think is what it's called. And it's kind of like this incensey resinous oud. It almost feels like it's almost churchy, which I was a little bit like squeamish about. I'm like, I don't want to just smell like church incense, but the resins kind of come in and they richen up the scent a bit more. So it's not too airy, smoky, wispy like incense can be. And the oud is just a tiny bit edgy, but there's enough little bit of like resinous sweetness in there to kind of smooth it out and make it very palatable. Is that one you
sprayed today?
No.
Okay.
That was a different one. But anyway, that's one example of something that I've discovered recently. But what you got, Sean, that's very artisanal. Very, very artisanal. I missed out on Second Soul and won't miss out on this release. Looking forward to it for sure. You know, I've seen that sentiment quite a bit over the past couple years, because Second Soul sold out officially. I think it was 2023. One thing I like to do from time to time, and this is not for any weird like scratch my own back type of thing, but I'd like to see how much people are selling these fragrances for on eBay. And I would not advise you to buy them on eBay. Okay, it looks like they come and go. It looks like nothing is showing up right now, which means that whoever has their bottle is holding on to it, which is great. But I'm so sorry that you missed it. But yes, I think we can both say we would advise you guys to not miss out on the third one.
Yeah.
We're really excited about it. It's going to be great.
It's pretty exceptional.
Totally agree. So thank you for your interest and hope you get a chance to check it out. Jared, thank you so much for the super chat once again, brother. Wow. I noticed your use on gin in your past releases. I'm a fan of it too. Unique freshness, but boozy in a classy way. What's a note from the new frag? Let me decide which note
we
want to share. We'll share a note.
We'll share one note.
One singular note that will not give you a huge idea of what to expect.
These are some great questions.
Yes, you guys came with the fire here. Let's see. The one note that I'll share with you guys is fir balsam. Fir balsam is in this fragrance, and obviously not a note that no one has ever used before. And I wouldn't say this fragrance is full of all the craziest, like, oh man, there's like rubber in there. Oh man, I want to check out that like Pacific Ocean note. I want to check out that, the body of an ant note that you got in there. I don't know. It's not nothing crazy, but the way it comes together.
Rubber.
Yes, the way it's out there, but the way it comes together is its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, fir balsam, I happen to like very much, and it's in there.
Back to the question about what you look for.
Yeah.
In
artisanal.
Yeah. I think, Justin's always on the lookout for something new. Mm-hmm. He's always looking to smell something he's never smelled. He's looking really for the art. I think that's what drew him to this and draws you to it. But you're so inspired when someone does something that surprises you or reminds you why you are so passionate about this industry. So totally. I think anytime, which that's what I heard you describe when you were describing this fragrance, it's something new. It might be notes he smelled before, but the way that they're put together, how they're coming off or how they're resonating is just different. And that's always refreshing.
Yeah.
Because we love the art of it. And we love it when people are really putting their artistic minds to work and doing something different.
Totally. Yeah. I think niche or artistic perfumery at its finest it challenges you a little bit. Not to say that it's not wearable, but as opposed to mainstream perfumery, I feel like designer brands they strive to make you feel good, to help you blend in. Whereas on the other side of the fence, it's like, we want to give you something you haven't maybe experienced before. We don't know if you're going to like it. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you find a little bit of yourself in there and you see, find it practical and you can actually wear it. But it still might be unlike other things you've checked out. So
totally.
Yeah. Raphael, I have talked about Temple of Horus on my channel. I don't remember when, but I have at least one video where it's mentioned. I think I did an incense-based video in my ingredients series within the last couple years.
That's so interesting.
Civet Cap Sheep, I have not tried that one, but Temple of Horus, we do have that one, I believe, here. Let's see what else. Someone says someone has Second Soul listed for $275 right now. That's actually not as absurd as I've seen before as far as prices go, but it's still more than I think you would want to spend. The Johanders, thank you for the super chat. What smells like
so sweet.
Home to you both lately? Breathe in, close/far, inhale. Yeah. For me, it's Oolong Cha. Thanks for the recommendation. Of course. That's a great scent. Home. That's a very specific sentiment in terms of scent. And I guess it all depends on what you consider home to be. I presume you're talking about something nostalgic, something that harkens back to like your growing up, your early years when home was like a new concept and you were trying to figure that out. Does anything come to mind for you?
Well, I think when I think of this question, the way that I interpret it is the fragrances that ground you, like the scents that really make you feel like peaceful.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it very literally.
Yeah, I think
yes, home. Got it. Yeah,
that is how I take it. So for me, I'm a very experience to fragrance tie, if that makes sense. So the fragrances that smell the most like home to me are ones that I have really great memories tied to.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the fragrances that I love and come back to often is Ani by Nishane. And that one kind of feels like home, partially because Justin and I had only been dating for a few months. We took it with us to our first trip to Chicago together.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's been something that like I loved it then. It's also tied to great memories from that trip. And then many memories of our life together. And like that's a fall. I love that fragrance in the fall and the transition season. So that is one that I come back to. But whenever I wear it, I feel very peaceful, grounded, and just like that happy home feeling.
Yes. Great choice. And that's a great little story there. I would say for me, I mean, there's many I could choose, but Beach Hut is one of those. It was honestly a fragrance that I did not necessarily expect Grace to like when I first showed it to her. And she just was like, this is so amazing. It smells so good on you. In fact, I would wear it. And I think she has worn it a couple times. That's one. Oligarch from Raj Parfum. That's definitely another one.
That's such a good one.
A lot of great memories with that one, and just an all around great scent. So thanks for the great question.
Yeah,
we really appreciate that. And again, thanks for the super chat. D Main, first time commenter, welcome. Thanks for being here. I look forward to Z3. Thank you, God. Thank you. Appreciate that. We look forward to you experiencing Z3. Yep, this will be a shot, guys. This will be your shot. It's coming. Any updates on Z3? Guys, fill them in the comments. What we've shared with you thus far.
It's coming.
It is coming.
We're going to keep you updated.
Yeah.
Yes, we're hoping for the release before the end of the year.
That's the goal.
That's gonna happen. There's a lot that goes into it and a lot of moving parts. It really depends on, kind of having all the components and everything ready to go in a timely fashion. And so George works around the clock. He is a very busy man. And
tireless.
Yes, he really does. And he's incredible at what he does and his connections. And we do as much as we can to support and help him along the way. So we'll definitely keep you posted.
You will know. And we're going to talk a lot about it when the time comes. Let's see. I don't need any other fragrances, but I refuse to miss out on your third release. I wasn't familiar with the content when the first two released. We appreciate that. Damn Teflon. We look forward to you experiencing it when the time comes. I joked about smelling, or I assume he meant selling my Second Soul bottle for $800. I was clearly joking in this R-Off chat lounge, I assume on Facebook. They tore me up. I have no intentions of selling mine, but they weren't having it. Man, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry the dogs came barking
Jared
at you.
loves Oolong Cha.
It's a great one.
I love it too.
Yeah, fantastic scent. The X flanker is cool.
Is great. I'm curious, for those of you that tried it, have you tried the X? Do you prefer the original?
Yeah.
Do you prefer the X? Let us know.
Yeah, comments. Let us know. They're both great, but which do you prefer?
Thanks for the subscription, Anthony Monsanto.
Anthony, yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. What do you guys usually talk about on your live stream? This. We talk with you guys. So whatever you guys want to talk about, that's what we talk about, unless we have some kind of big update or news to share, which we did share about Second Soul, about the new fragrance coming. And there'll be more stuff along the way in future live streams. Maybe some more like fragrance focused stuff, like particular releases or things that we're wearing or enjoying and whatnot. So thanks for being here. Sean bought Second Soul when it released, was able to find Brass and Soul this year.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness, man, you're going to complete the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. Congratulations. Brass and Soul is definitely a little tough to find out there. Let me pre-order now. I'm primarily in Asia. It's not available for pre-order yet.
It's not available. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
But we will let you know. Hopefully you'll still be able to pre-order it.
Adrian wants to know the weirdest and funkiest fragrance.
But it's actually good. The weirdest and funkiest.
I'm gonna let Justin take this one.
Weird, funky, but good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, gosh.
It's so subjective.
I don't feel like I have anything that's super weird and super funky that I think is good. I'm not a big funk fan to begin with. So, I mean, I got some. I'm trying to think. I don't even. We just asked that I've smelled. Maybe not that we have, that I've smelled.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. This is a fragrance that I do ultimately believe is good. That being said, I wouldn't wear it because I don't really want to smell like it, but I do think it's good. And we used to have it. We don't have it anymore. We actually got rid of it. And you're not going to
You're going to say untamen.
Yes. I'm going to say unu tamam.
I knew you were going to.
Unu tamam from Nishane.
This was the first one that came to my mind.
I know. And it's in the beginning, it's rough. The opening is like, are you sure this is a fragrance or did somebody's dog get in here? Like kind of thing and relieve itself. But the dry down is beautiful. Now, I don't think you ever really got to experience the dry down on skin. Because on skin specifically. Like you should
spray it on your body.
I know. Yeah. So that's one. But again, used to have it, don't have it anymore. And we're okay. We're sleeping well at night.
The primary ingredient in that.
It's civet, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's beaver.
Castoreum. It's the castoreum. It's heavy. I know a lot of people dig that one. A lot of people enjoy it. A lot of people don't. And it's all valid.
If you ever spray it on paper, and it's a lot.
It is. Yeah. Paper is not where it's at. I cannot wait for it. It could smell like rubber and I'd still buy it. Jeffrey, thank you very much. And it will not smell like rubber. Promise. William, awesome. Fur balsam. She likes that a little. We've been together almost 40 years. Wow. I don't mess with trying to figure out which ambroxan might slip unnoticed.
That's so smart.
Very smart.
You gotta respect the nose. Women are they have very perceptive noses.
That's true. That is hilarious. Very hilarious. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got. I'm not sure I have a great answer to that.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay.
Not off the top of my head. Did you wear a fragrance today?
No, I'm
okay. Yeah, Grace was on baby duty today.
I did not put
so she did not have a chance to wear something. We've been talking a lot about Nishane today, and actually I wore Papi Lefico today. And it is legendary.
It's so beautiful.
One of the best from the house, honestly.
Also, I would say Dead Center unisex. I really feel like it.
Grace does wear it. She does wear it quite a bit, and it smells great on her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So you're telling me I need Beach Hut. I'll say you need to try it. Get a sample. Get a sample. I recommend everybody try Beach Hut before they discontinue it. I'm sure it won't last much longer, unfortunately. Was there a Z1 and Z2? Indeed, there was. Go on Fragrantica Grant and go to Zaharoff's fragrance page on there in the brands and look at the Z Creators collection. I think they have it under the Z Creators collection there. If they don't, they at least have all of the releases there and you can see all the previous ones. And I think they're also on Zaharoff's website still. I think he has them archived there. But yes, there was a Z1 and Z2. And they're both very special. Let's see here.
Ooh, African leather. Someone was talking
Jimmy McWaters. If I'm not mistaken, Jimmy is down in Costa Rica. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy. African leather is great. That is a timeless classic. I mean, it's been a favorite in FragCom for years and years. And
I love it.
Yeah, we got to break that one out for sure this coming fall. I think it'll be perfect for that. Let's see. Thiago, thank you so much for the super chat. Big fan of your work. I live in Sao Paulo. Wonderful. What was the first perfume that made you enter the world of fragrances for real? I've told this story a few times on the channel, and it's nothing super crazy special. But it blew my mind for whatever reason. And the fragrance was YSL L'Homme, the original yellow juice L'Homme. I smelled it at a Macy's at a department store, and it blew me away. I don't even know why. This was almost 10 years ago. And I remember looking at the sales associate in the eye, and I'm like, this is so elegant. And she was like, yeah, do you want to buy it? And I bought it right then and there, which was a mistake because I could have got it off a discounter much cheaper.
But you didn't know at the
yeah,
time.
and I still have that bottle today. It's one of the few that has stood the test of time for sure. Jared, super chat once again. Thank you. Describe your scent via music, man. You're just trying to get all the details. Brass and Soul was the opening act. Second Soul was closing act. Third, I'm going to save that. Honestly, it can just become a little bit too divulgent. So we want to keep some mystery. We'll hold on to that one. I appreciate the question. Great question, but we're going to hold off on that one.
Ooh, we got a super chat with a great question.
Do you view dupe fragrances as theft of art? Oh man.
You did a great video
the last thing I want to do is talk about this for the next 30 minutes because I could definitely do that. This is a great question. Mm-hmm. I will say that my philosophy on this over the last few years has become more nuanced, which I think is a good thing. And it's allowed me to be a little bit softer to other points of view, especially coming from those of you guys who find value in dupes. What I will say is that at a fundamental level, copying someone else's art, like literally trying to recreate it as your own, is theft, or whatever you want to call it. If we want to call it theft, if you want to call it being inauthentic, whatever you want to impose on that, it's not something that I generally support, especially when it's like they're just trying to copy it, just trying to like, that thing you like, well, we did it too, and we did it exactly like that, only better. So here it is. If you're going to do that, just be upfront about it. Like, I think I would even appreciate it, or I'd say respect it a little more if these brands were like, this is a clone of this. Some brands do that.
Yeah.
Most of them don't. So if they're upfront about it, and some of them don't hide it. They just like try to copy the bottle and everything. In that case, you're kind of dealing with a counterfeit. It's almost like a knockoff counterfeit when you're dealing with those. Do you have thoughts you want to share on that? No. Yes.
I don't know. I had some thoughts while you were talking.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount when you're building an art form, there's a certain level of copying the art that comes before you. That's a part of like building your skill set. And we respect that, entirely, especially as artists in other ways. Like you trace other art, you draw other art, you listen to it, you emulate it. I think it's just when you are doing it for profit and not giving any credit to, where you got your inspiration even. I think that it happens all the time, and you're never going to fully stop it from happening because, there truly is nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be something that's been done, or even unintentionally, fragrances are released at the same time that, maybe there's like certain notes that are sort of having a moment and everyone is excited about them and using them. And two fragrances get released from completely different parts of the world or whatever, and they resemble each other for whatever reason. So I think really what it comes down to for us, and Justin did a great video about this recently, is we value authenticity, we value honesty, we value transparency, and we value quality when it comes to like brands. And so we will align ourselves with the brands that have those elements as much as we can, see from the outside. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah. And Grace is alluding to this video that I made, and I'll just end it with this. Again, I mentioned that nuance has found its way into how I view this. So as far as a brand copying or being inspired by another brand, even if it's like very clear, like, okay, they're doing this because they're capitalizing on something very popular in order to capitalize on that market share, that doesn't bother me quite as much as it used to, because it's so pervasive. And I know niche brands are copying other brands, and people say it's not just these clone brands that are doing the copying. I totally get that, and I agree. But where I draw the line for me is intention. What is the intention of a brand? And I talked about this in the video. We can judge the intention based on how much product are they putting out, and why are they putting out what they're putting out. When you have a brand that puts out a handful of fragrances a year, cool. It sounds like they're really trying to put quality in each one of them. But when you have a brand putting out 50, 60, 70,
hundreds even.
Yeah, in a year, I'm just looking at an annual time frame, you start to just ask why. Like, what is your intention here? Are you really trying to? Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. Go watch that video if you missed it. I get into it. But that's where my lens is right now. That's where my focus is what is the intention of the brand? Are they really trying to give us something special, or are they really just trying to rake it in? I don't know. You be the judge.
Debbie asked a question up there about my favorite fragrances right now.
But thank you for the great, awesome. Thank you for the great question,
Such a great
Keisha,
question.
and thanks for the super chat. Hello, Debbie. Hi from New Zealand, Grace. What are your top favorite fragrances?
Hi, Debbie. Justin could probably tell you, because I have a tendency to stick to a handful of the collection, and he will introduce me to some new ones. But off the top of my head, one of my top favorites right now is one that we discovered when we were in New York a couple of years ago. And it isn't it an Australian brand?
Yeah, it's Goldfield and Banks.
Yeah. So you're part of the world, even though I know New Zealand is different. I love New Zealand, by the way. It's such a beautiful, beautiful country. And what is the name?
It is Ingenious Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ginger. It's very gingery, but in the most amazing way. So it's really, really lovely for warmer weather. Love that one. Yeah. One of my top, I would say 3 from Raja. We love that brand. It's a brand based in London. One called Elixir, one called Creation E for women, and then Manhattan.
Manhattan's great.
Those are tops for me. And then the one other one that came to mind, which I love for summer, is, I believe it's also a New York based brand, the Breakfast Club. Breakfast
Kieran NYC.
Yeah.
Sunday brunch.
Okay. Yeah.
That one's great. Lovely scent.
Oh, and another one I love is it called Darbuka, or is that the brand?
No, it is. It's called Te Darbuka from L'Orchestra.
Yeah.
Perfumes. You don't hear about that one very much. That one's great for fall.
That Perfect is such a beautiful fragrance. It is a tea fragrance, and
like Immortelle, like cacao or something. It's real interesting.
There's something about it that is so almost like foggy day melancholy, but in like a happy way. I don't really know exactly how to describe it, but it's
that's
like
a great way to put it.
The type of day where you would like make a stew and be close to the people you care about and wear a sweater, and it's just such a lovely scent.
Totally.
So I love that one.
Great choices. Awesome. I'm realizing that we are very behind on the comments here. These are from 10 minutes ago.
Wow,
and I'm just like really trying to not miss anything. So I apologize if you guys Or like, are you going to answer my comment? It's been there for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's like we're behind.
We're making our way downtown.
Yeah, we're making. Yes, indeed. We do have Kingmaker. That is actually a weird, funky one. I don't know why I didn't think of it. That I do like. Grace is not a fan of that one. I've had you smell it. I think maybe just from a blotter, but either way from skin.
We should try on skin.
Yeah.
We don't recommend blind buys ever. If you were around the channel at all, Kevin was saying it wasn't a safe blind buy for him. Beach Hut.
Yeah.
Always decant everything. Don't blind buy full bottles because you don't know how it's gonna be to your taste or how it's gonna wear on your skin.
Exactly. You want to be sure. Otherwise, you're just left with a full bottle that you don't love. Let's see.
Ooh, this is a great question. Another super chat. That's
thank
so
you for
sweet.
the super chat. Wine night, kids being watched. You have the night out finally. What are each of you wearing to get that spark cracked to let each other know it's on? From my wife, it's D&G, Devotion EDP, and then it's Uomo Intense. Great choices.
Those are great choices.
Cracking the spark, as they said.
You should pick mine and I'll pick yours.
Okay, great idea. For Grace, honestly, right now, one that really is just I find so beautiful is from Zaharoff. It's Bizan.
I love
Grace has been wearing that a lot in the past several months, even in the summer. Even it's kind of a richer scent, but she's been wearing it, and it's not been too intense. And I just find it very intoxicating and also very elegant. It's alluring. So that's one I could easily choose. But honestly, if I want to choose another as well. Something that you've worn for like evenings out. I would say, man.
Such a great question.
Yeah, it is.
I'll say one for you and then you can give a second for me. I would say there's two that I feel like are tied for a 10 out of 10 from Chris Collins for me. One of them is Oud Galore.
Okay. Yeah.
And I can't remember. Is it African?
Rooibos.
Yeah. Those are fire.
Those are great.
I love them Chris so Collins, much. I find them so intoxicating.
You cannot go wrong. One that I do love that Grace wears from time to time is Gris Charnel from BDK.
Such a great. I was also thinking of, I can't remember the brand, but you love Spiritual.
Mikalev. Spiritual is another one. That one is also very alluring.
That one. Yeah.
I'm like, she's wearing it. Let's see.
House of Destin.
Yeah, we have some Destin frags. I have been talking about them. In fact, I just put out a YouTube short today featuring one of them. So check that out. Let's see. Yes, so again, sorry guys, we're so behind on these comments, but you guys are out here leaving some great comments and great questions.
Yes, so good. Ooh, someone's wearing second soul and prep for third soul. So great.
Nice. Yes. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. First date.
Yes. We know exactly what we were both wearing.
Totally. I'm pretty sure you were wearing
that
YSL Montpellier.
Yes.
That's right. And I'm pretty sure I was wearing Percival from Parfum de Marly.
I guess if we count the first date
as the picnic or
as the picnic, yeah, then
that's what we were doing for sure. Good stuff. Dan, good to see you.
Hi,
always
Dan.
Good to see you. Appreciate you. Thanks for hopping in for a second. Let's see. Sean says, what makes it more nuanced is when a brand like Armaf, known for cheaper dupes, then branches into more original releases. Yeah, original releases, cool. And I have no problems with a brand hiring a well-known perfumer because perfumers got to eat too. They're going to go where the work is. So I don't fault them at all for anything that I might be saying that is negative. So yeah, definitely more nuance.
Johan wants to ask a question about his.
Johan, your girlfriend Sally wants to know if Aventus Creed in 2025 is worth the buy. She goes off in the Creed store. As I always say, that can only be determined by you, especially if you're going to spend that money in the store and pay the full price. You have to know that it's worth the buy for you. And it also depends on how you define worth the buy. But I haven't tried any 2025 bottles of Creed Aventus. I have a 2024 bottle that we got last year that I really enjoy, and it kind of revitalized my enjoyment of that scent. So if what they're putting out in stores today is anything like that, I would say it's worth trying it, especially if you're in the store. Spray it on your hand, walk around with it, be sure before you spend that money. But I still like Aventus. And people are all like, it's not what it used to be. Hardly anything is what it used to be. That's change. That's all it is, and that's okay.
Each of our favorite new fragrances this year.
What are each of our favorite new fragrances this year?
I would say mine has to be is it Bizan? That's how you say it, from Zahara.
I believe Bizan, yeah.
It's
kind of a resurrection.
Specifically he has marketed it as a female women. Fragrance.
Yes.
It is so stunning.
Yeah.
It is so elegant. It's such a beautiful combination of things, and it's just
totally.
I was so taken by it, and I absolutely love it. And I don't think I've told him, so I need to tell him.
I think we mentioned it in one of our Zoom calls with him when we were checking in, but you can always tell him again.
I know.
It's a great scent.
I love it.
Favorite of the year so far.
That was this year, right? It just released.
Yeah,
recently.
it did release. Yeah. It did release. Man, this year. Savant is definitely one of my favorites for sure.
From Chris
Collins. That is a remarkable, beautiful, boozy, spicy, woody scent. I don't want to waste your time trying to think of a ton of others, but that's the first one that comes to mind. I can't say that's my all-time like top because the year's not over yet. And we do our yearly roundup at the end of the year in terms of what our favorites were, but we will definitely come back to that.
Grant's coming in with the this question here.
Yeah, Grant. I was seeing some hostility earlier in the comments, but this is a sensible question. Which perfume embodies your taste the most? Does Z3 have characteristics of your style? I sure hope so. I mean, that's the plan when it comes to putting out an original release, that we're putting a bit of ourselves into the bottle. Anyone who knows my taste knows that I am a Fougere fan, big Fougere fan. And Fougere was kind of a bit of a backbone of the first two Zeds that I did, Brass and Soul. And then when we did Second Soul, I wouldn't say it's much of a backbone with this one, because we did want to intentionally and make a concerted effort to go in a slightly different direction. So I would say, yes, it does have characteristics of both of our styles, but exactly what those styles are will be left to be disclosed, because we're keeping that under wraps for the moment. But thanks for the great question. Great question. We got Jay coming in from Canada. Any changes to my top 3 favorite Parfum de Marly? Not too many big changes. If I had to choose, I would say Leighton Exclusive is still up there. I would say Herod is definitely up there. And probably maybe Sedley. I don't know.
I had a feeling you were going to
say Sedley's great. I'm getting accustomed to the new Castley. I've worn that quite a few times this year. and I'm liking it. It does remind me a lot of Sedley, but it is good. It kind of does its own thing.
Sean asked an interesting question. Oh,
This one here?
yeah. Have you tried the new Chanel? This is the one right above it.
1957. No, I don't know if that's a new one, but it might be. But I haven't tried it. No, I have not tried that. Sean, excluding Zaharoff, what house, top to bottom, best embodies yours/Grace's fragrance wheelhouse, and why? Top to bottom.
It's a really intense question.
Yes, the way I would try to define that among the both of us is a house from which every fragrance we own from them we really enjoy and wear, and for specific reasons.
Yeah.
And there's a few of those houses for sure. I would say Nichane is one of those houses where we have probably almost a dozen other fragrances, and we like all of them, and we each wear all of them, and they have a certain cohesiveness to them, and they're kind of unique, and they're functional, but they're special. So that's definitely a house. Nichane is great. I would say, I mean, we don't have a ton from Chris Collins, but I have yet to, aside from Kingmaker, which I don't dislike, I just don't find it the most wearable. It is very special though. If you guys don't know Kingmaker, it is a very oud forward fragrance. It might have Assam oud in it, but lots of lavender. So it's this interesting juxtaposition. But beyond that, even with appreciating that, I think everything we have from that house, we really enjoy. We love that. Does anything else come to mind for you?
I was just thinking about Raja.
Raja. I will say that.
Definitely more of the stuff he perfumed, because I think there's different people perfuming.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Raja has a bit of a caveat, and I've been vocal about this, and I'm pretty certain that the brand has caught wind of what I've been saying, and I haven't heard from them in a long time. I don't know if they're loving what I've been saying lately, but their current direction is not inspiring to me. Ever since Raja kind of stepped away, which I don't fault him at all for that.
Yeah.
Just the scents they're head scratching to me. They don't have that sparkle. They don't have that special nature. They're kind of a mishmash of things. And so the last few releases that I've tried for them, I'm just like, they're not bad, but they're not like Raja. They're not like what came before. I am interested. They just announced a new Elysium flanker called Elysium Noir,
which someone asked up there.
Someone did. Yeah, someone did. I think I did saw that. And I'm curious about it. I'm curious what they've done. I don't know if I'm going to run out and go grab it, but if we can easily try it, sure. But beyond that, we do love the house. A lot of what they've done before 2 years ago, I will say, everything up to 2 years ago has been phenomenal for the most part. Great question.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sean is in here with lots of questions.
Great questions. This one's kind of interesting from Astronomical.
I personally, pine scent, birchwood scent, what is that? Something that would turn a woman off. Okay. No, not across the board. I don't think if you're gonna spray a bunch of birchwood, that can get kind of smoky, and you might end up smelling like, I don't know, a barbecue or something. And I don't think you want that. But fragrances, which I don't know, the way I view scent profiles, I feel like if stuff is a little strange, a little outside of the lines, and you're not sure about it, like how are people going to think about how this smells? The best thing you can do is not spray a lot of it, because if something is weird or, again, unusual, the worst thing you can do is make it strong, because it's pungency that I think turns people off more than unfamiliarity. Even the most mainstream, familiar, accessible of fragrances can be ruined if you overspray them. You know, you spray Dior Sauvage 12 times, you're going to clear a room. Nobody wants that. So
obviously this is our opinion.
Yeah. But I'm going to say it strongly because I believe that's true. So I don't think,
Totally.
I think it's all about pungency. That's what turns people off. So just spray with reason and taste, and you should be fine.
You're going to be great.
That's the best I could say.
I love sandalwood, to be honest.
Sandalwood is lovely.
It's one of my favorite notes. It's very creamy.
Yeah. It can also be kind of dusty in some ways, and
that's honestly the underpinning.
Smooth.
The one Justin mentioned earlier, Gris de Charnel. That's a sandalwood is kind of
at the base of it,
underpinning of the dry down, and it is really delightful.
Definitely love it.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. Art Learn App. Thank you for the super chat. There's a fragrance lost in translation by Maison Martin, or Matan, however you say it, that I love. It's like a sexier MFK gentle fluidity. What's your go-to attractive unisex scent for any occasion? I mean, gentle fluidity is a great one. I love the silver. Attractive unisex for any occasion. Man.
This is his absolute favorite question.
Yes. That's, what?
It's like when you ask what his favorite fragrance is in the collection.
Attractive unisex and versatile
for any occasion.
It's like, ironically enough, it's so specific that it makes it difficult to find a focus. But it's a great question. Man, I'm like, is that unisex? Is that unisex? I guess anything could be unisex. I would say,
you can just go whatever.
I mean, honestly,
on
like,
top of the mind.
Ani is great. I wouldn't say that's very versatile though.
It's fairly fall.
Yeah.
It's like very transition season.
Yeah.
It is great though, and you should try it if you haven't.
Yes.
But don't.
I'm gonna come back to this.
Okay.
I don't want to waste you guys' time. I'm gonna let this sit in the back of the head. Great question. I need to think.
They want something typed in the chat, but I'm not sure because it was 10 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah, we are so behind it. It's silly. Let's see if we can kind of skip ahead a bit.
Okay, so there's a question that you skipped that you've done a bunch of videos on.
Which question?
Anthony Manzano, which I think, thanks for your great question.
Thank you. Once again, new subscriber. We appreciate you. I'm new to fragrance market for men specifically. What fragrance do you recommend for new people depending on wardrobe?
So I'm going to say a couple things on this really quickly. This is basically our bent on the industry is different from what you'll see. What we recommend is that you are slow in building your collection because you really only want to buy full bottles of what you love. And when you're new to the game, it's really easy to get excited and just like blind buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And what we found that works the best for someone who's like fresh is to really try like decants of things, try them on your skin, wear them, and then see what you love. Because ultimately there's tons of different things that, Justin's recommended, and he's done a bunch of videos. Actually recently did one on wardrobe that you can watch about pairing fragrances to different outfits. And so he can throw that in the chat. But anyway, but basically, it really is going to depend on your taste and the notes that you're drawn to and what kind of shines on your skin. Totally.
I agree. Great. Well put. Truly. I totally agree with the idea of decanting, sampling. As Grace said, the easiest thing you can do is buy too much too quickly. And frankly, none of us need 50 fragrances, but a lot of us already have that. So we're just going to say that's reality and move on. That's okay. But it's not necessary to push to that point if you're just starting out. You do want to kind of put a cap on it, and you want to try to approach it with function in mind.
Yeah.
If you're looking for everyday wear fragrances in general, if you watch a summer fragrances video, just about any of those fragrances you can wear anywhere, anytime. Summer fragrances tend to be very versatile. I did a video within the last month or so. It's this one. And it's a kind of a hyperbolic title, Ultimate Fragrance Collection for Men. But I think it has some good recommendations and considerations for different times of the year and different situations. So you can check that out.
That's great.
Okay. I want to catch up here.
Someone's asking about Oud After Dark.
What is that?
I think we caught. I think that was Anthony's last question, so I think we got it because he asked if we could read it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, we got it, Anthony.
Someone called you Sensei.
Sensei, appreciate that.
Oh, Jeff.
Dude.
Bro's in the house.
What's up, Jeff? Sorry we're getting to your comments so late. You've been waiting for 12 minutes.
Hi, Josh and Judah.
What's
we
up?
Love
if you guys don't know, Jeff is my twin brother. And he's been on the channel. It's been a number of years since he was in a video, but he's back there if you scroll back. I think his last video was probably in 2020. I can't believe it's been that long. Is that right? I think it is.
No, because we did we filmed the spoof for the sequence in 2020.
Yeah. Technically, she's right.
Yes. I think we did. I also think we did one in 2021. I think we did back-to-back potentially.
I think you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah, because they came to visit us in Portland, and we did a video with them. Because I was thinking of the one we did when we went there for Christmas.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, the spoof videos. Grace is talking about the series that I think today is the masterpiece on the channel, which is What You Think You Smell Like. the satirical series that if you have not seen it, I think that is some of the best work I've done in anything. So
it's pretty fun.
And you got to watch it all the way through. There's really 9 episodes.
Wow, there's 9?
9 episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So check that out.
Okay. Jose wants a review on the Esquire line. Do you know anything, Michael Malul?
Esquire. I don't know about what new stuff that they have coming out. I'm kind of out of date on them. So I'll see if we can do that. Yo Handers, thank you again for the generous super chat. What makes you both feel good lately? Something that just takes you back, carefree, regardless niche/designer or clone. For me, it's Still Life in Rio. Doesn't perform great, but takes me away. Still Life in Rio is beautiful.
That is such a great fragrance.
Lovely scent. Feel good.
I'm gonna have to say the Goldfield and Banks. The
Ingenious Ginger. Yeah, that's a great one. For me, one that comes to mind is Luministe.
Yeah.
From Furpan. That one, I've loved it for a long time. I got a sample of it probably in 2017 and have loved it ever since, and only just got a bottle a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, something like that. And it's just, if you're not smiling after you spray it, your nose is not working. It's so uplifting. And people crap on it just like they do with everything Still Life in Rio, because it's not a strong scent. But how can a citrusy gin herbal scent last 8 hours when it smells natural? It has a particular function. Let's see here. Let's keep it going.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Ricardo is going to an event in Mexico City.
I'm going to a jazz event here in Mexico City. What would be your recommendation for my outfit and fragrance? Are you going to, I've played one jazz club. I've played a few jazz clubs in Mexico City, but I know there's one of the main ones I have played. I'm forgetting the name of it now. I'm going to look it up because now I'm curious. I was there probably in 2013. It's called Cinco. Are you going to Cinco? I'm curious. I know that's one of the hot locations there, and I remember having a great time there. What would you recommendation for outfit and fragrance? It's hard for me to really make an outfit recommendation because I don't know what you have in your wardrobe. I don't know exactly what the climate is like right now. But I would say you can never go wrong with, if you want to keep it casual but a little classy as well, t-shirt with a blazer on top, jeans or chinos on the bottom, and some nice, I don't know, some nice lace up dress shoes or boots or whatever. Just classic. You can't go wrong with classic pieces like that. And as far as the fragrance goes, I can't really make that choice because I don't know what you have. But as far as a type of fragrance, I would say something with balance, something that has a nice freshness, something aromatic, maybe some spice, maybe some sweetness. A balance of those elements, whatever that looks like for you in your collection, I would go with that.
Ready to go.
Yeah. But I hope you have fun.
Yeah, have a great time.
Yes, yes. Good stuff. Let's keep scrolling here.
South Korea.
Yorist. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Almost 4 years. We appreciate that. Yorist, thank you very much. That means a lot. Would love to visit South Korea one day.
Would.
I've always wanted to see it. Let's see. Man, lots of.
Okay, so someone's asking about Argos and Mind Games. Yeah, compared to our favorite.
How would you rate the houses of Argos and Mind Games compared to your favorite houses? I mean,
some of these questions are funny.
Yeah, I would say Argos is definitely a house I have historically liked a lot. And they do put out good quality. They do put out very thoughtful releases. They really take their time and they let stories run through their fragrances. And they just have depth to them. So I'd say Argos has always been one of my favorites for sure. I mean, to separate them out as one thing and then put our favorite houses over here as another thing. I mean, I don't know. Like Mind Games, they have some good stuff too. I can't say I love everything that they've put out. We have one fragrance that I think is okay, and I don't think you care for much, called Queening, that I've like literally never worn. It was sent to me. It's the only one in a white bottle. It's actually, I think, in the back of the shelf, and I think it's a little too powdery and vanilla, creamy, pillowy, soft kind of vibes. Not a bad scent. But everything else we have from that house is great. So I'd say it rates well. It rates highly.
Eric's question made me laugh. That's what I laughed at the beginning.
How do you kindly tell each other, honey, that stinks on you? Love y'all. Thank you, Eric. Eric, Grace has a very particular way of doing that. She says, "What are you wearing?" When she asks me what I'm wearing, believe it or not, that's a bad sign. Because I already know I'm like, you don't like it. And she's like, If she says, that smells great, then it smells great. But if she asks me, I messed up. I messed up.
You didn't mess up. Also, my nose has been a little sensitive, so.
It is what it is, but I could still mess up. I want to wear stuff you like. That's the key.
Honestly, I was already there. I just was waiting.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
Waiting to have the world opened.
Yeah, Grace, that's one thing that surprised me about her when around the time we first met. And it's not even we weren't even dating yet, but I found out that she knew what Le Labo was. And she said, "Oh, I love Rose 31." I was like, "You know Le Labo?" Okay. And not to say that they're the most off the wall niche brand, but they're definitely, for the average person who may not even wear fragrance, they're not thinking about Le Labo. But I was like, yeah, Rose 31 is great. And then when she finally found out what I did and I kind of started to expose her to some stuff, it was a very natural, seamless transition into just her presence here on the channel. She's always been a natural from day one.
I love fragrance.
Yeah,
I always have. So
from day one, I got lucky, guys, because being a frag head is a weird thing to the average person.
Oh, this is an interesting question from South Korea.
Yours. Oh. I feel like in Korea, people generally prefer lighter, fresher fragrances. What do you think? Do reactions to your frags change a lot depending on where someone's from, or their background. I have heard that about Korea. I've also heard that about Japan, that they do prefer lighter, fresher fragrances. And I think that's great. I mean, I know that culture does play quite a
It's a
role
huge role
when it comes to scent. I've heard that in certain countries in the Middle East, obviously there's a rich scent tradition there as far as like what scents typically smell like, what ingredients are typically used, lots of ambers, lots of ouds, and also lots of potency. And I know part of it is practical because it can get very hot. And in order to have a fragrance withstand the heat, you need something with some oomph to it. So,
Yeah.
and you also need to use the ingredients that can actually last and not just fly off the skin and diffuse quickly. So I know that's culturally what they go for. So I welcome it at all. It's very fascinating to me to figure out what people wear depending on where they live.
Joel wants to know. When we'll see
Joel, when will
Godfrey.
we see Grace's sister again? We need to have her back.
We really do.
We really
She is
do.
hilarious.
It's been at least a couple years, I think. So it's overdue.
I actually have 3 sisters.
Grace has 3 sisters. Can you believe it?
I think we've had them all in one video.
Yes. It was probably 3 years ago. They were all in a video. And that was a hoot of a time for
really
sure.
Was.
We got about 5 more minutes, guys. 5 minutes, and then we're gonna.
But we'll be back.
Yeah, we're gonna do this again weekly. So we're gonna plan on Monday nights. Unless something doesn't work, we'll shift it in the week, and we'll give you a heads up. But we're gonna plan on Monday nights for now. So we would definitely look forward to seeing you guys again a week from today. But let's finish out with a few more minutes and a few.
This is a great question from Sean. Sean's coming in with the heavy hitting. You guys have all had great questions.
Yes. In your opinion, can fragrances that use a lot of synthetics that can compare in quality? Oh, do they compare in quality to ones that use mostly naturals? The answer,
good question.
I would say the answer is yes. And I think there is this stigma that across the board, natural is better than synthetic every time. And I think the term synthetic can just, a lot of baggage comes with that. People are like, ooh, synthetic, like it must be scratchy or it must
plastic.
Yes, like there's a lot that comes with that word. But to be honest, in perfumery, a lot of synthetics are being used more and more and more. The reason is because with IFRA being on top of, all these ingredients that are out there in the market being used and doing lots of studies on how people are reacting to them, they have to continually change their regulations. And it turns out a lot of people are allergic to natural ingredients. Natural doesn't always mean better because a lot of the time that tends to have more of an adverse reaction for a lot of people. So synthetics are being used to try to maybe supplant some of those ingredients that can't be used anymore, to give the same feeling, or to create new ingredients that we can't otherwise find in nature, or a combination of elements that we can't find naturally. And aroma chemicals, as they're called, they can be very expensive. Like, just because they're synthetic doesn't mean they're low quality. These are made in laboratories by skilled perfumers who are, a lot of the time, they're scientists, not all perfumers. There's other people who are involved in creating these ingredients, but there's a lot that goes into them. It's not just like, we don't know what to do, just pick a synthetic off the shelf and put it in the fragrance. There's actually some quality to synthetics, and they do a lot for perfumery, mostly behind the scenes, I would say. But I think a fragrance that uses a nice combination of the two is awesome. Using some naturals, like especially like citruses and things like that, the brighter naturals are beautiful. I think you can't. And I think, as far as I know, those are still fair game for the most part. But great question.
Yeah, great question.
Jared, thanks for the super chat. Custom Joplin will live on forever in these frag streets.
Shit.
Yes, he will. If you guys don't know what the heck that means, once again, go back to there's a playlist on the channel called What You Think You Smell Like. Check it out.
Check it out. It's so
Check
good.
it out. Okay, let's find.
No, not Zinco, but that's a great menu. That's what Ricardo says.
Okay, awesome. Let's find one more question, and then we're going to
Yeah.
call it a night. One more heavy hitting question.
To get this one, Justin doesn't have any gigs coming up currently. That was a question that was dropped in. And
taking a little step away from being out on the scene and performing since Jordan has arrived. Haven't, I'm not saying I'm just giving up music or anything like that, but
oh no, he plays every day.
I still practice and things like that.
The horn's out every day.
Yeah. Let's see. One more. Let's see. And guys, thank you all for being here, for hanging out with us for this first live stream. That again will be first of many. Johanders, thank you once again for the super chat. Going to a wedding in Philly in October. I have Ani, Altair, also code Perfume and Angel Share. I don't know. I was also looking at Blonde Amber. I think that's Clive Christian. I am also bringing the groom a scent to wear. Also help stressing out.
I would say look at the weather. As it gets closer, it's probably going to be cold in October. Would you say?
Maybe not cold yet. I would say it's probably getting comfortable in October. Maybe a little chilly at night. But I mean, I haven't been to Philly, but I imagine it's not like getting wintry yet or super rainy or anything like that. But you obviously let us know. Don't have much experience with Altair. Code Parfum, have not tried it, but I can imagine what it smells like. We have Ani, we have Angel Share. Of the two, I prefer Ani. I think it's a little bit more elegant.
Yeah.
So Ani is the one I would choose of those that you are deciding on. Blonde Amber, I would try that first. I don't know anything about it. So if you haven't smelled it yet, I don't think you need to run out and buy it just for this occasion.
Basically, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Don't stress. Whatever you decide is going to smell amazing.
Yes.
On you, on the groom, whoever's wearing what.
Yeah.
And you're going to have such a great time.
Yeah. And
weddings are just such happy occasions.
Agreed.
So.
And, I would say maybe if I were you, I would wear Ani, and I might bring Altair for the groom. I have smelled it. I do like it. I would prefer to wear Ani, but I think Altair is a great one for someone else. So maybe consider that. Let's do one more question. I won't count that as the final one, but thank you for the great question and for the super chat. Interesting. This might be a good final question.
That's great.
Defragheadary.
Defragheadary.
Oh, what a name.
Beautiful.
What is the secret fragrance formula to a successful relationship for you guys?
It's a great last question. This is honestly what we'd love to talk about. Also,
yeah, totally.
Well as fragrances.
Go ahead. I saw you opening your mouth. You were taking in that breath. Go for it.
No, you can start, cutie.
Gosh, there's so many angles we could take with this. I would say for us, our goal when we got together was to unify as much as we possibly can in our lives, every aspect of our life, to unify as much as we can.
Yeah.
And I think something that is very normal for a lot of couples to do is to not necessarily do that. It can be treated as like, here's you and here's me, and now we are running parallel in life together. But we really just how can we really become of one accord here and on all fronts of life, whether the finances, communicating what our needs are, our values, all those things. We want to make sure we want to be aligned. So I think being very intentional about alignment and about unified vision, like deciding what you want your life to look like as a married couple or as just anyone in a relationship. Like, are you going in the same direction? You got to be sure of that. And beyond that, communication.
Yeah.
Just not letting things fester. And even then, that's a deep well. There's a lot to get into when it comes to communication and effective ways of doing that.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as just throwing the word out there, but just for time's sake, for brevity, I will just say that. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's two things that I was thinking. I love everything that you said. I agree with it all. But one thing I was going to say is that we do our best to surround ourselves with couples that we want to emulate as far as their relationship goes. And we actually recommend that in all facets of life.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's that, you hear that your income is the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most.
Yep.
I think that you could put that on any area of your life. Your marriage is probably the average of the 5 marriages that you spend the most time with. Your health is the average of the people that you are closest to.
Yeah.
And probably anything. It's really not just how much you make.
Yeah.
Income. Yeah. So anyway, I think that is a big key to our success, is that we seek to surround ourselves with epic marriages, people who have been married for a long time, who are still really into each other, having a lot of fun, having great communication, you know, not just tolerating each other, all those things. So investing in the connection. And I think that was the other thing that I was going to say, is that you really have to invest in relationships. And so that's true of your husband or your partner. You really have to be intentional about the time. So we're intentional the time we spend together, about the time we spend communicating. We take time to meet with each other every week and kind of plan out the week, go over the very just like logistically what's coming up, but then also checking in how we're doing emotionally. You know, is there any resentment that's building up? Is there anything we need to get out on the table? All of that stuff. So I feel like but we've learned that from people who have been married for a long time, and they're like, we would recommend meeting weekly. So,
Great. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better. Totally agree. So that's just scratching the surface, guys, for relationship advice.
Yeah.
We're not experts, but we have learned a lot from people who know a lot. We're happy to share. So maybe we'll touch on that topic later if it's asked about in another live stream. But we're going to call it a night there, or a day, wherever you are in the world. If you're still watching, we appreciate you all for being here for this first of several weekly live streams we will be doing. We're going to keep you guys up to date about the new Z3 launch as we're able to get more details out to you. And that's definitely a great tip, Joel.
Yeah.
Never go to bed angry.
Yeah.
And just thank you guys so much. So stay tuned for more videos. We always have more videos coming. And we appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.